I'm getting ready to show you the CVP 709. Now the CVP 709 has recently been replaced by the CVP 809. This is the GP version, which means it's in a beautiful grand piano. And this piano is actually new. It still has its 5-year full parts and labor warranty, but it is going to be sold at a used price because it was on loan for a customer for a number of months while they waited for their new piano to come. So first thing about the 709 is that when you turn on a 709, if you never touch a button, you'll automatically come up with a $180,000 9-foot grand. This is the same piano that all the pictures that we have on our wall, these artists play. John Legend, Alicia Keys, Elton John, Norah Jones, Josh Groban, Paul McCartney. They all play on this $180,000 9-foot grand. And this piano's beautiful. Listen. But they didn't stop with just the sound of the piano. The touch on here is amazing. So in here, it's an all wooden key action. It's all wood keys. And even though you don't see it, there's a hammer on every single key. When I push down a note, there's a real hammer that comes up. And even though it doesn't strike a string, it acts as though it's going to strike a string. And one thing about the 709 product is that the 709 and the 709 GP also have what they call counterweighting. Now what counterweighting is that they embed weights inside of the keys so that you have a perfectly balanced action, so that when you play softer, you can get the softer sounds and you get a better dynamics from loud to soft throughout any time you play the song. Just to give you an example, I had a customer, whenever she bought this piano, one of the reasons she bought it is she said that when I sat down and played it, I didn't want to stop. And you're gonna feel that way too. So here's that beautiful grand piano. Now, I'm gonna come over here and touch a button that says piano. These are my voices or my instrument sounds. And when I touch that, I'm gonna have a screen of choices. So several years ago, Yamaha bought Bösendorfer. And the Bösendorfer piano, even though they fund it, they still build these beautiful pianos in Vienna, Austria. Yamaha's able to sample that sound, and it's a more mellow piano sound. So when you go to play it, you'll recognize it's just softer. Or say I touch the icon that says upright piano. Now say I want to do a honky tonk. Or piano and layer. Now I can touch grand piano and strings, and automatically I'm going to have the symphony and my 9-foot grand together. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to come over here. See, if you look up here at the top, I have other choices of instruments. So say I want to do the concert guitar. Yamaha makes every instrument. So when I played this guitar, they sampled everything, including the sound, the fret noise when you play. So if you listen close, you're going to hear that fret noise. Listen. Amazing sound. Say I want to come over here and let's do a trumpet. When I play the trumpet on here, you're going to hear, it's going to give you the vibrato and even the attack of the trumpet player when you play it. Now let's move over here to the saxophone. When I play the sax on here, they put a microphone inside the bell of the sax, so you're going to be able to hear the breath of that sax player. Beautiful sounds. Now, I'm going to go back to just our grand piano here. So I'm going to take us home, and we're going to touch that piano sound, and you'll get a chance to hear this piano. We go back here, and I'm going to move over here to the left side of the screen. And when I go over here to the left side of the screen, I have all of my style features. Now, let me tell you what the styles do, is that they give you drum beats, and you can just play with them as a drum beat, but you can also play with this as a complete and full band. So say I touch country right here. I'm gonna touch my country. All I do is choose one. And when I choose one, now I don't have anything yet. I still have a piano. But this little button over here changes everything. It's called One Touch. It's your OTS link. When I touch it, it will immediately set up an entire band. I'm gonna get this beautiful country band immediately, and I can do it one of two ways. I can play all 3 notes of my left hand, or I can just play it with one finger. So I'm gonna add an introduction, and here we go. Now, one of the wonderful things that this instrument will do is that I can move from one rhythm to another. So say I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna do a rhythm called 12/8 ballad. And this section over here where it says main variation, I can move with my OTS. If I go from A, B, C, and D, it will change my sounds for me. And the chefs at Yamaha chose what they considered to be the very best possible sounds for this rhythm when we play it. So I'm gonna add an introduction, and we're gonna start with A. Now, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna come over here. One of the things that you can do on this, once again, I'm gonna take us back to a piano, and I'm gonna record myself. So I'm gonna come over here, and I've got it right here. I can actually take and record my own vocals when I play here. So I'm gonna turn this on, so you're gonna be able to hear it. So now I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna touch a button called record. And what happens is I'm now in my screen, and I'm gonna record an audio. So as soon as I touch the button that says audio, I've now got choices. So I'm gonna touch record start. And when I do, I'm gonna play. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. And now if I want to hear it back, I'm going to touch play. When I do, I'm going to play. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Doesn't matter how good you are, it just matters if you have fun with that. So you can record it, you can save it, you can send it to other people. It's pretty amazing, it's a lot of fun. Now, I'm gonna move over here to this section over here, and I'm gonna touch This right here, it says number 6. This is what they call the USA edition. The USA edition gives you all the fun features in just one button. You can touch a button, it'll automatically load it up for you. So when I touch number 6, it loads up something called, let me turn this off here for a second. When I touch number 6, it's gonna load up a bunch of what we call play, follow the lights songs. So I'm gonna touch where it says songs here, and I get all these wonderful choices of songs. So say I wanna do Autumn Leaves. Now let me tell you what Follow the Lights does, is that it will play, I'm gonna touch play, and the keys will light up. And until I hit the right note, the music will be in the screen, but until I hit the right note, it's not gonna go any further. Let me show you what I mean. So right there, see that? And see that light there? I have to touch that. Next note, light. Now until I hit the right note, till I hit this note, and then again, isn't that pretty? So it actually helps you learn to play as you go. So even though when you do buy a piano from Lacefield Music, you get free adult piano lessons, but this is something that's great and wonderful to start you out with at home as well. And then one last thing that we're gonna do before we go, is that there's, not only do you have the ability to record your vocals, you also have karaoke built inside of here. And you can do just plain karaoke and as much karaoke as you want. But you can also do, there's something that Yamaha has that's exclusive only to the Clavinova. It's called Cooky Karaoke. And so if I touch number 7, it will automatically put up that Cooky Karaoke for me. And I'm just gonna touch that there. So do you see, I have the same songs are on the right and the left-hand side of the screen. On the left-hand side of the screen is Cooky Karaoke, where it's gonna give me the voice where it sounds like the original person. But it doesn't matter how bad I am, I'm going to be on key. Let me show you what I mean. So we're gonna do Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we go.
Okay, we're ready. Popeye the Sailor Man.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
I'm Froggy the Fish, 'cause I eat my spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
So it fixes your voice. It's a lot of fun. You get all these different songs to play with. Anyway, the CVP 709 is an absolutely amazing instrument. If this is something you think you'd like, please call for a price. Number is 314-845-3760. So call that number, 314-845-3760 if you're interested, or email lacefieldmusic.com. Thank you.